I feel a fear that I might not be able to attract enough clients or participants for when I really launch my challenge.
I feel, I sense
Hmm.
it could help you to go to the best coach there is for you. And that's you, your future self. And he knows everything. And he's an even better coach than any coach you can find because he's you and he went through it.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if it will work, but I'm really open to try.
Hi everyone, I'm here today again, Max, and I'm very excited what he will tell me about what has happened since our last conversation. And I hope everyone who is watching this can get a lot out of this video. And now, Max, I'm very excited to be here with you. Thank you for being here again.
Yeah,
How are
thank you.
you?
Yeah, I'm doing quite good. It's been, I think, quite busy, also with private things in between. And yeah, but still I'm making progress. Currently, I'm working on my website for the Find Your Shine Again program. And actually, it's quite good because while I do it, I, focus the program. Like it's a process now I'm actually using to find out what I really want to do with it. So it's different things that I can accomplish at once, basically. And it takes longer than I expected. But I think since it's more than just typing out something, it just needs a bit of time. And I think it's okay for it to take a bit longer than I planned to.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And yeah, I was very excited actually what you will tell about the progress for the program, because you were saying last time that you want to go and write things out and get a bit more clarity. And yeah, so I'm very curious how your progress is with the program and how you're feeling about it.
Mm-hmm. So I feel pretty good because last time I wasn't so sure where the person would be when we said in the progress of burnout, and now I feel it's definitely not the stage where the person is like completely like depressed and cannot do anything anymore. So the challenge will be more focused on a person who is realizing they feel stuck, they maybe feel overwhelmed, maybe they do have some issues, also physically with sleeping, but they're not like massively on their low point, because also they need to be in a state of mind to be empowered to step into the next version of themselves. So that feels actually pretty good. And I think I might create a longer program out of it, or just do a one-on-one for a person who wants to go even deeper. But I'm focusing more now on this, where the person feels probably overwhelmed, stressed, and burned out, but not like in a sense that they're like completely burned out. And I want to focus on different aspects, like emotional balance, mental clarity, and positive thinking. So because very often when we go down like in the overwhelm and burnout, it's a lot of negative thinking and doubting oneself. So really to build up also the thinking part, but then also the feeling part, to really feel good with yourself, to raise the self-esteem. That's also what we discussed last time. So I think it's focused a lot around self-esteem, self-worth, feeling enough and feeling capable, to build up also the resilience. I think that's really important, because when you feel low, sometimes you feel you cannot deal with even tiny things. So really empowering the person to build up their resilience, their strength. And then also, in a sense, for me, we talked about like from the heart, connecting to the heart and living the authentic self. I also want to include this part, and like to round it up, it's going to be also for me, because it's also involved in spiritual growth, because getting to know yourself for me has a lot to do with also the spiritual side. So it's not going to be really spiritual, but it's just going to be like a hint of something that will just make this, for me, living in the present moment, because that's something I also practice a lot. And so I also want to include some of these teachings into the program. And yeah, so I think physically, we will regulate the nervous system, because oftentimes, when you're such a high stress alert for a long time, obviously your nervous system is overactive, and then hypnosis and hypnotherapy is just the perfect tool to regulate the nervous system. And so this will have benefits on the physical sides, then the mental sides, and the emotional sides, and also the spiritual growth and the purpose, living your authentic self. So that's the message, that's the teachings, and that's the core parts that will be included in the program.
Wow, that sounds very exciting. And it also sounds for me, what I hear you say is also that you have a clearer picture. You know already where to go, you know the core elements, the core pieces. And from there, it seems like you are already going into the refining process where you figure out how it's exactly be, but it seems like you already have the framework, you already have the foundation, and you did a lot of work. So congratulations on that. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
It's very good, because when you do it, sometimes it feels it's not enough. I'm not far enough. But now, of course, when I talk about it and you like listen to it and give me feedback, I realize, yeah, it's a lot of work that I've been doing. And because now it's the framework is quite precise now, which wasn't before the case.
Yeah, it sounds for me like that. And you said also something which I think everyone who is an entrepreneur and who is building out their programs, we work alone, meaning there is not a team working with us. We do these things alone. And then sometimes we don't know, am I on the right path or not? And we don't even realize, did I progress or not? Because it's so much to do. But that's why it's so helpful to have someone, a coach. I myself also, of course, have a coach to see, yes, we did progress. Yes, we did something. Because we normally, that's the default for us. We either don't recognize the progress at all, or so gradually that we don't get it, that we improved, that we did something. So that's I think for all the coaches, for all the entrepreneurs, soulpreneurs who are watching that, I think everyone can relate to that. And that's something so good that you now realize just in this conversation of, well, yeah, actually I did quite a bit, and it's a lot. And we have to stop sometimes. And while we are going up the mountain, sometimes we have to stop and also look down and see how far we have come. And then be proud and continue the journey.
Yeah, that's true. And I did ask one person to join like the test launch of the program, because I also want to, before I make it public, I just want to try it and also learn through the first experience, like while offering the sessions and so forth. So I already have one person, and even one person could give me already a lot of valuable feedback. So I think that's already also something really good. I want to get maybe a few more people to join it. but I need to adjust the date for when I started. So because I wanted actually to start 2 days ago, but I feel I needed a bit more time, not a lot, but maybe like 1 week more. So yeah, I think I think it would be good for me to set a new date now where I can see, maybe like I said, 1 week, which feels realistic since I have the framework and the website is like also mainly done. It just needs tweaking and refinement. So, but the big part is done, and then I can confidently and also, in the right state of mind, move to the next part, because I want to feel, I at least have 80% ready before I step into the next part, because otherwise it's all messy. Then I start and it's not finished. And so, that's, I guess, what I want to do next also.
Yeah, that makes totally sense. And you said you want to have a new launching date.
Mm-hmm.
And what would that be?
The date?
Yes.
So, I mean, I still have the 18th of April in mind for the official launch, which still could work, but now the test would start maybe 1 week from now, which would be like something around the 27th. Maybe I need to look into my calendar, but in this time frame.
Okay, but there you have also kind of a clarity, and this is sometimes when we do programs, when we have our dates, to be as realistic and kind to ourselves and say, okay, this one won't work out, but I will do the next week, the following week, or the following month, or whatever it's needed, and seeing this as a progress. And not something like, oh, I didn't do it. It's just like, oh, wow, how great that you could put in more content so that it would take you longer. And that means it needs more time. And that's totally fine, because what will happen if you don't do it at the date you said before? Nothing. It's just for you.
And it's like, I think it's what you said makes sense, because since you mentioned it, I felt a bit disappointed, in myself. I think I didn't want to actually commit that I felt disappointed, but a little bit like when you said it's okay, I felt, yeah, it's okay. I agree. It was really good that you said this, because it's okay. Because also sometimes in life, things come up, and then we need to adjust our schedules and adapt to what's going on. And
Exactly. And having a date is great, but still staying flexible is even better, because sometimes, as you say it so wisely, things come up, or sometimes it's another date that it's better. But I know that's why I wanted to bring it up also, because I know how it feels, and I could sense a little bit that it was a bit of a, I wish I could, but it's normal. And it's even better. I'm sure it's even better. You don't know why it should be that way. For today's session, Max, what is it? What would make this a great conversation?
So now I feel, because since I'm moving into the next step, I feel a fear that I might not be able to attract enough clients or participants for when I really launch my challenge, like in April then. So I'm a bit stressed and worried that I don't know how to do it, and then nobody wants it. And then I feel like it's disappointing because I put in a lot of effort, and this is causing me then now maybe also to be a bit like, I don't know, do I even need to continue? I mean, I do continue, but it's it's vibing along this feeling.
Yeah. And again, I have to repeat myself. This is something I think everyone goes through when we are about to build a program. And it's also interesting because while you were talking, I was thinking like, oh, that's an interesting story. Because it's a story, right?
Yeah, it's a story.
And it's an illusion because you don't know yet. It's the same story like, what if it would be fully booked and you have to do a waiting list and we're already planning for the next one because so many people want it, and suddenly so many people get the attention of your program and want even more and more. And even people who are watching this video here, they will be like, oh my God, I want this too, because I
Yeah.
know how it feels to be stressed and burn out. This is the same story. It's same, true or not true, right?
Yeah, true. True. It's just, I think, also about clarity, how to approach it, how to market it, where to talk about it, what are the steps I can actually do to attract clients who would really benefit from this challenge. So I think it's a lack of clarity connected to this fear or uncertainty.
Yeah. And, I know that you are connected with a lot of tools or a community where you can get specifically information about marketing and business, like in the RTT group and stuff. And so I don't worry about that side. You can do that. And I don't worry at all about anything. But what I would like you, if you feel like that's the right way to go to, but I sense it could help you to go to the best coach there is for you. And that's you. And how can we do that? We go to your future version. We go into the future where this story, which we like, the version of the story which we like, where everything is fully booked, where you already did it, or where you're in the middle of the program and everything is amazing. And there is you, your future self. And he knows everything.
Yes.
And he's an even better coach than any coach you can find because he's you and he went through it. And I feel like that could be a good way to put some clarity in and get some answers you need.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if it will work, but I'm really open to try.
Well, we never know, but we never know before if something works. You don't know if your program will work. We don't know now if this tool works, but what if not? Well, then we take another tool.
Exactly.
So, and I've done it so many times, and it's a lot of fun, and I've seen it only working. So, I'm very convinced that it will work for you too. And how it works is you don't have to do anything. You just follow my voice. And you remember the first session we had, we went a little bit in the past, and this time we go to the future.
Yes, it sounds great.
Amazing. Now let's get started. And again, you just make yourself comfortable where you are. And whenever you want to, you can even close your eyes if that feels right for you. And we start by taking deep breath together, deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. And another deep inhale. And as you exhale, you already feel your body more and more relaxing. One more time, breathe deeply in and exhale, feeling more and more that your body gets soft, relaxed. And you just listen to my voice. And the more you listen to my voice, the deeper you go into a perfect, relaxed state where you let go, where you know you don't have to do anything. You don't have to solve anything. You don't have to try. You just are. There's nothing to do, just be. And you feel every part of your body getting more and more in this comfortable state. You feel it from your toes, up your feet, your legs, your hips, your belly, your low back, your chest and your upper back. Your shoulders are so relaxed. Your arms are relaxed in your hands. Your neck, relax your jaw and your face and your head. And your entire body is now super perfectly relaxed. And I don't know how deep you are going, but I know that it will be just the right depth that you need for this journey in the future. And now I want you, Max, to imagine in your inner mind that there's a timeline coming up. And you step out for a moment out of your body on this timeline. And you step on it on the 20th of March. And you go into the future. And you fly along this timeline. And you stop just at the right day and date that you know there is your ideal future where you choose to land. And whenever you have this, you can just give me a sign, maybe nod a little bit with your head.
I have something, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then you go down and you land on this day. And just, I'm curious, what day or what time is it that you landed?
On the 2nd May.
It's the 2nd of May in 2024?
Yeah.
Okay, in 2024. And you land there on the 2nd of May in 2024. And you look around your ideal future. What do you see there?
I don't know. I feel calm. I don't see currently something, but I feel
That's
calm.
perfect. You feel calm. And you feel calm because?
Because I know things are working.
Because you know things are working. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And where in your body do you feel this calm feeling?
It's more in the core, like in the stomach area.
Core, stomach area. Beautiful. I want you now to visualize that you walk around in this ideal future and everything which you wished would come true became true even better. And everything is like you wanted it to be. And I want you to go to a place where you work. And this can be your private office, your computer, or a room with people, or an office, whatever it is. Just imagine yourself walking towards this room, opening the door, and there you see your future self doing the work you want to do. And what is it, what you hear there, see there, and feel?
So in this moment, I'm just actually giving or delivering like a group session online for my challenge. And yeah, there are all the participants in the room, in the like virtual room, and yeah, I'm just doing what I want to do, and there are enough people, and yeah, it's all just going smooth.
So you are delivering a group session, it's online, there are enough people, everything is running smooth. And how do you see yourself delivering this group session? How is your posture? How are you talking?
Yeah, I talk confidently, and I'm just really confident in what I say, in how I breathe, how I talk. It's just all very authentic, very knowing what I say, what I do, and trusting that what I'm doing is helping them. So it's just really a confident, trustworthy feeling in myself.
Beautiful. And when you look a little bit closer and then you see in the screen, maybe it's in gallery view, or maybe someone is speaking up, you see the people in this program. What do you think? What impression does it make to you? How are these people? Do they like it, or what do you think? How is the feeling and the
Yeah,
energy?
yeah, they like it. It's really, and I mean, at this moment, they are just now in the hypnosis session, so they are quite like in their own world, but they are really, yeah, they're really all in. They enjoy it. They really love it. They get a lot of insights from the session, and yeah, they are just really grateful for what's going on.
Grateful. So it seems like they are very engaged. They like it, they enjoy it, or they love it even, and they're very grateful for that. And you are there delivering this online group session very authentically, confidently, and obviously having fun while doing that. That's what I'm sensing. And how does this feel to see you there doing this and everything runs smooth? All people are happy and grateful, and you feel good doing that. How does this feel?
Yeah, it feels just really light because I don't have the heaviness of the doubt and the thinking, will it work or not? I'm just like really just confident in what I'm doing, feeling strong, feeling empowered.
Confident, empowered, strong, amazing. And where in your body do you feel that feeling of confidence, power, and strength?
Here, this is now more upwards, like I'm upright and my shoulders are just having room and space, and I'm just more tall when I sit.
Amazing. That's beautiful. And I want you now to watch a bit longer this scene where your future self is delivering brilliantly this group session, happy people, engaged audience, grateful audience. And the session goes, and then it comes to an end. And then your future self says goodbye to his group. And he turns around to you and sees you, and you see him. And you walk towards him, and you know who he is, and he knows who you are. And you go to him and say hello, or hug him, or however you want to greet him. And there he is after this session. And you can ask him now any question you need to know, because he went already the way you are about to go. And he knows already what you need to know.
Yeah, so I want to ask him how he got the clients to join the program, because that's
Okay.
what I don't know.
So ask him directly, how did you get the clients?
How did you get the clients?
What does he say?
So I don't know if he's saying it, but I have in mind, I don't know, this is in my mind. So because, I'm in the book as a co-author with Marie Diamond. And I've seen already had made it like a promotion for a person who is also in the book for their program. So I don't know, but something within me, I don't know if it's at this time, but something within me thinks I should go this way and ask at least if this would be a possibility. So for another person to also promote this challenge, just maybe like with an email, to their audience. And I mean, in addition to be visible, I think that's a big message, to make yourself visible and to not hide with what I have to offer, because I think the current version of me is more doubting, if it's good enough, if it can really help people, and the doubt holds me away from showing the program to the world. So my successful, confident self says, you gotta show it. You gotta let the world know that it's available.
Beautiful. So it says, show it, let the world know that it's available. And amazing, a lot of insights there. What else would you like to ask your future self?
I think it's always the question within me, if how much social media will be relevant in this process. How constantly and how specifically I should focus on social media to build an audience. And I think, because I'm not quite sure, or at least I don't do it in a way currently that's really focused, so to say. So I would want to know, should I focus on building my social media?
What does it say?
Of course. Of course you should do it. And yeah, you should just do it. I think that's also a message, just do it and continue growing and evolving. Even if you don't know exactly how to start, it's better to do it constantly. I think that's also important, to consistency. My successful, confident version is just doing it. Not
Consistent.
one thing and then 3 weeks, nothing, but just in a consistent way and in a more focused way, maybe. Yeah.
Consistency, focus. Okay. Beautiful. What else? Is there anything else you would like to ask him? We have enough time. You can ask whatever you want, as much as you want. Maybe another question comes up.
Can I really do it? Can I trust in myself? And I mean, he's like, of course you can. You've got this. Trust in yourself and know that you have something amazing to offer. And don't hide it. Really go out there and make it available also, because I think the key is within myself. I need to make it available first somehow in myself, and then I need to bring it out, and then the rest will just come along. But it's the internal process, actually, to allow it somehow.
Allow it. Go out. Don't hide. Show yourself. Show it. Is there anything else you want to ask him? Or maybe he has just a great piece of advice for you without a question.
Keep on doing what you do and focus on what you love. Focus on the things that bring you joy and follow that path consistently and turn up the volume in showing yourself. And then the rest will just really come along. It's just really the focused attention somehow that's gonna make it all work.
That's so beautiful. Keep on going, keep on doing, focus on what you love, follow your path of joy, and turn up the volume of showing up, of being visible, of going out there, of doing.
Because you have no reason to hide, even if other people feel it's too much or whatever, it doesn't even matter, because it's not about making yourself less than who you are. It's about making yourself available as the amazing person and the amazing value you have to offer for others.
It's about making yourself available and making the content available that you have for others. That's beautiful. Is there anything else?
I mean, it's always the question of like the topic where like what to focus on or what should I focus on? What should I focus on when I post things online? Because I feel I lack clarity in what I actually want to share as a message. So I think the answer is don't be afraid to try things out, because while you try, you learn and you continue on what you love and what brings you joy, and don't focus so much on what you think you should do, because that's a big hole, and that's, I think, a big thing that's holding me back, to what should I do, what would be really good, but instead to try and to always turn up the level on what I really resonate with. So I think that's a message too. Don't be
It's
so obsessed
beautiful.
with an outcome in the first place at the same time.
Don't be so obsessed with the outcome. Don't be afraid of trying out, because while you're trying, you will learn and you will know then while you go what comes. And you will understand also what you like and what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. And this is something where you learn rather than staying stuck because you don't know what you should do.
Exactly.
Wow.
And also don't be afraid if it's going to be a bit more spiritual. I think that's a message. Just go along and try, and you will see it's all gonna be fine.
Yeah, beautiful. So, yeah. Anything else?
I think that's fine. That's all.
So, there was a lot of chunks of advices, a lot of big things, and I made notes like crazy. Will again send it all to you so you don't have to remember, don't have to do anything. But what I want you to do now is just to focus on this scene again. Focus on your future self. That's real. That's your future. And there you made it. You had enough people. All of these people are happy in this program. And you're so confident. You're also obviously happy. And you made it. You did it. And now you know also how. By just the focus, trying out. Don't be afraid to show yourself. Just going out, just doing. Don't getting hold back by what should I do, but more like trying, having fun while going, enjoying the process, learning while doing. And being you in any way. If you want to do it more spiritual, then you do it, and the right people will come. And trusting in yourself, knowing that you don't have to hide, you can go out, allowing it to go out. There's no reason to hide. And there in this future, which is there already, you made it. You made it. And there is no reason for doubt. You can show it. You can show what you have. There's no reason for playing small. You have a lot to offer with your program and with all your experience and knowledge and wisdom. That's what came up now through this conversation with your future self. And look at this scene and feel this scene there in the future. And you can even go closer to your future self and even closer. And then you step into him in this future version of you. And you look through his eyes and you hear through his ears and you smell through his nose and you feel through his feelings. You made it. You did it. You have accomplished it. How does this make you feel, Max?
Proud. It's just like, and it's like a next version of me, you know. It's not so much dreaming about it or visualizing it, but it's just like living it. And that feels exciting. And yeah, because I've grown so much in this complete process, even from building the program, I've grown massively. And that's something I'm really excited about and really proud. And I even now feel, you know, I'm not so much pretending, you know, but it's just like becoming who I am, offering what I have to share, and not the feeling I need to play it small, or, you know, I can go big and just attract the people who feel attracted towards it and don't need to bother also in pushing it, you know, to someone who's not maybe even ready to do the program. It's also about like an energetic alignment of who's ready for the program as well, and who I've become offering the program.
So you feel proud, it feels exciting, it feels like you are living it, you're the next version, you upgrade it, you you're becoming who you are, really. You can go big, you can play big. It's an energetic alignment, and you are so real, so you. And it's nothing you fake, it's nothing you pretend, it's who you are. This is what you really love to do, this is really your passion. And where in your body can you feel right now this pride and this excitement and all this feeling of being aligned?
I think it's now mainly in my heart. It just feels really open and alive.
And I want you now to focus on it, on this feeling, this openness in your heart, this feeling of being alive, aliveness. Really feeling it. It's yours. It's your feeling, what you feel right now in your body. And this feeling is so beautiful. You're so proud. You're so excited. You know you live you. You upgrade it, live your next version. You are who you really are, and you go big. You are in this energetic alignment. Everything is open. Everything is real. Everything is good. And really stay there in this feeling and really dive into that as much as you can. And the more you focus on it, the stronger it gets. You feel it, you breathe it, you smell it, you taste it. It's within you. And it was always there and will always be there. But now you awakened it again. And the more you focus on it, the stronger it gets. And again, like last time, I want you now to make it even stronger and stronger and stronger. You can see a scale maybe and bring it up, this feeling, from 50 to 100, 200, 500, 1000, and more up. This feeling of pride, this feeling of excitement, this feeling of alignment. Everything is how it should be. You are you, so authentic and true. You do what you love, and it feels so good. It feels so open around your heart and so alive. And before we go even up and up, more and more up, before we reach the top, you can again bring the thumb and one finger you choose together to anchor this feeling forever in your body, that you can recall it so easily from now on, every day and every time you need it. You bring these two fingers together, and with that, you anchor this beautiful feeling. And now we go even more up. You focus on it even more, and you make it even stronger. You feel so proud. You feel so excited. You know you stepped into the next version of you. You are living it. You are who you are. You are playing big. You live and do and work and deliver so authentically, and you are in such an alignment. Your heart is open and you feel alive. And you now have anchored this feeling in your body. You can now release the fingers, knowing that this feeling is now forever stored within you. And you can recall it just by bringing these fingers together again. And now, in your mind, in this scene, you step out your future self. You are the present self again. And you say goodbye to your future self, thanking him for all the great advice he gave you, for the feeling you could take with you, and for everything you can take from this little journey in your future. And whenever you're ready, you can step out of the room, looking back, maybe if you like, one more time, to really breathe it in, and then you go back to the timeline and step on the timeline on the 2nd of May 2024 in your future, and flying back to the 20th of March 2024. And there you land again in the room where you are, stepping into your body back again, hearing my voice, sitting there in our coaching conversation. And you just returned back. But you're not the same anymore, because now you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and a great feeling of alignment, of pride, of excitement, knowing that you are already living the next version of you, that you who you are. Your heart is still open and feels alive. And one more time, I want you now to bring these two fingers together, which you chose, and to focus on this feeling around your heart, this openness, this aliveness. Can you feel it?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
there it is forever. Whenever you bring these two fingers together, there it is. Now you can recall it easier. It was always there, but now you can always, whenever you want, just recall it by this anchor we use. And now, knowing that this future is already there for you, knowing that you can go out and show yourself, there's nothing to hide, knowing that you have a lot to offer for people, what will help them, you can do this. With all this knowledge, wisdom, and feeling, you can come back whenever you're ready.
My eyes are heavy.
Good. Let them be heavy. That's good. That means you were really relaxed.
Yeah, I'm super relaxed. Yeah, I know it's possible.
Mm, like that.
Yeah, I know it's possible.
I know it's possible.
Yeah.
And what about clarity? What has shifted?
I think it's clear what I should do. I think before, I was sort of, I guess I should do it, or I guess I should do certain things, but now it's like having the reassurance, to really do those steps and just trusting in the process. Just not also, like I said, not being worried about the outcome, but just doing it and not so much focusing on will it work or will it not work, but just actually doing it is what's important. And I think that's a good understanding now also.
Yeah. Doing it is important. And yeah, you
More,
can, and trust.
yes, and it's more
Trusting.
important than having already the 100% clarity in this moment. It's fine to not have exact clarity, but to start, because it will become more clear along the way. So that's what, for me, a big takeaway. And because otherwise, I would wait for more clarity, but more clarity will not come. And then I don't do anything. And then, of course, nothing will happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was about to ask this question. When will we have total clarity and knowing what will happen, knowing how we should do that? Well, when we do it, right? But this is a trap we all fall into. We are waiting until we know exactly every little step, and not only that, but also how it will turn out, to have this security. But we don't have this ever.
No.
But
And
what we did, like you said, doing it, and while doing, you will get and gain more and more clarity.
yes.
And knowing or learning the process on the way. Amazing.
Mm.
Yeah. So now you tell me, did it work?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like in the last sessions, each time I felt things are smoothing out. I don't have, I, it clears the doubt, it clears the doubt of will it happen? Can it happen? It's just like, it will work, it will happen, and I'm going to do it. It's just like, it's more of an embodiment, I think, working with you. It's becoming sometimes from, sort of knowing into trusting and embodying the process also that I want to achieve. And so it's working absolutely, because it's been working so far.
Mm.
And not in a way that it's really hard, because I also feel it shouldn't be hard. I feel, things should, of course, sometimes we need to put in effort and so forth, but it's not like it should be not super hard or exhausting, because I mean, that's also what I obviously want to help
Exactly.
people with. To
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
and amazing.
yeah.
I was just so curious because I could sense at the beginning that you were a little bit like, okay, we can do this future visualization, but I'm not sure if this will work. And that's why I was so curious now
Yes.
about if
Yeah.
it
But
works.
yeah, it did. I think I need to tell you one thing. I'm not sure if it's connected, but I feel I have a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe it's like a nervousness in my stomach. It feels like a bit of a tense. This was now the process a lot up here. The heart was really, opening and feeling and trusting. But I don't know, maybe that's also something we can look into next time. I don't know. I just want to mention because I feel this in the body now. So
Thank
maybe
you for telling it. And I'm sorry to stop you here, but that's really important because you feel this energy more in the stomach, more in this little bit lower than your heart. The heart is open, but there is something like nervousness. Knowing Marissa and knowing what Marissa says, how can you call this nervousness too?
excitement.
Yes. And I tell you something else, what I've observed on myself and many other people who are working with me or who I've observed like growing something, it's when we grow something, when we do something, when we change, it's a change. It's expanding our comfort zone. And that means it feels on a certain level uncomfortable. And sometimes there is this trap that we wait until everything is solved, everything feels clear, everything is total, and then we can go. But I tell you something, it will never be like that because moving, doing something you have never done before will always feel at a certain degree uncomfortable. And that's, we can have all the tools, we can do all the coaching, but we have to go despite this feeling of uncomfortable because this is your subconscious, your mind telling you, oh, this is something unfamiliar. You have never done this. Don't do it. It can be dangerous because it wants to keep you alive. But the thing is, it just wants to keep you alive. It doesn't matter if you are happy, it doesn't matter if you like it just wants to keep you safe.
Yes.
But you have the choice. Do you want to do it despite this uncomfortable feeling? Do you want to expand your comfort zone?
Yes. Absolutely. And I mean, absolutely. I know this is really true what you say. And I think it's also acknowledging it's okay to be, to feel this, and it's okay and normal to have it. And it doesn't always need to be like you said, it not all need to be resolved because we will never have the exact certainty, the exact clarity. But we move along, and also with this expansion, it's always a nervousness, which can be the excitement that feel like is a feeling in the body also, and then acknowledging it, feeling it, and harness it, seeing it's a growth period also, because it's a feedback system also. You, like I said, it's a next version of me, this person, even in May. So of course it will be a process of moving out of the comfort zone then.
Yes. Yes. And how much do you want it?
I want it. It's gonna happen, and it's certain. It's not a question. It's just 100%
Exactly.
happening.
I know that. I know that. And now you have tasted a little bit how it will feel. And whenever there comes this feeling of discomfort, then maybe you can just remember, okay, that's normal. That's actually a good sign.
Yeah.
It's like when you went in the gym and the next day your muscles are sore. Well, it hurts and it's uncomfortable, but it's a good sign. It means that something you moved, something, and your muscles are growing.
Yeah.
And the same is when we do something we have never done before, it feels uncomfortable a little bit until it becomes familiar again, until we make it comfortable again, meaning we have expanded our comfort zone. But there is a point where it just feels uncomfortable.
True.
And that's a good sign. So every time when you feel this, you can say, okay, good, because I'm just about to expand my comfort zone. I'm growing right now. I'm stepping out my old version into the new one.
Yes.
And you can always use Marissa's trick in, okay, this feeling is excitement.
Yes, exactly. And I think also to have the view of, the growth, it's just a normal process to accept it in the growth period. I think helps already a lot to see it as something positive instead of something you need to avoid. Or it's a good thing because, I mean, if you're a growth oriented person, you want it at the same time.
Exactly. Now, you already mentioned a lot of takeaways you could away from this future travel, this future experience. And my question now is, what is the next step you're going to do?
So also, like I did for the last things, I want to create like exact or some milestones and some to-dos basically that also going to be oriented around the marketing and the social media progress and how I will approach it. So just steps I can do and I know then I can act upon.
Okay. And what will you do when there comes this thought of, should I do this? Can I do this? Is this right?
Yeah, I mean, always I can use my fingers and go into the expansion and the confidence and the trust and know it's already done actually
It's
because my
already
future
done.
version it's already done. So
Exactly.
that's actually quite nice.
Yes. And you can also go back to all this piece of advice your future self gave you. And I will send you later the session notes. You will have it written down and see it. But yes, tapping into that feeling, what you had, because you were in your future and you felt these feelings right now, you changed your chemistry like this, will remember you, your whole being, in, oh yeah, this one, oh yeah, we can do this. Go out, there is nothing to hide. And it's, yeah, that's the thing. And we all know how it is to go out in social media and so many things, and everyone has a story about social media. And yeah, I'm so excited and I can't wait to see more and more from you. And yeah, I'm very excited what you will bring next week. And I'm sure, again, it will be a huge focus. And for today, I just thank you for playing with me and doing this so openly and trusting me so much that you go into the uncertainty. And yeah, thank you and see you next time.
Thank you very much, Monica. See you next time.